Dealing with intrusive thoughts is a question I get from a lot of people. And it's not necessarily something that you can ever stop. I think everyone gets intrusive thoughts, but it's the understanding of what intrusive thoughts are that's what's important. Now, a lot of people get intrusive thoughts about, say, body dysmorphia or their insecurities, like receiving messages in their head telling them that they're not good enough, that people hate them, that just all the normal, typical depression and anxiety tier things that typically come with feeling those ways. But the thing is, with intrusive thoughts, is that this is where a lot of spirituality comes into things. And when I talk about spirituality, I'm not talking about powers in the ether or magical spirits and all of that kind of stuff. When I talk about spirituality, I'm talking about the spirit, and I'm talking about ourselves. So when I speak about spirituality, I'm talking about the pursuit of the self, and conquering and embarking on the pursuit of yourself, of the self, is how you'll begin to understand what intrusive thoughts are. And essentially, we live in this third dimensional reality, but outside of here, there's a multi-dimensional existence where we have larger portions of ourself who exist in a place outside of space and time, which have essentially manifested us to go through a human experience on this plane. And when you receive intrusive thoughts, when you feel anxiety, when you feel depression, those are essentially messages from your higher self and your soul telling you that you need to step your game up, essentially. There aren't very many people who are fulfilled and doing the right actions by themselves that receive intrusive thoughts and depressive thoughts and this anxiety. And so, for example, you're receiving thoughts which are telling you that you're a horrible person and people don't like you. Rather than trying to block those thoughts out, the best thing to do is to meditate on them and figure out why you're receiving those thoughts, because you're receiving those thoughts for a very particular reason and they're trying to teach you something. So say you're getting thoughts saying that people don't like being around me. Okay, why is that? Because I've had all these thoughts in the past. Any of these intrusive thoughts about, not loving yourself, feeling ugly, like not having people want to be around you, they all exist for a reason. And I can guarantee that anything you feel, like one of the best exercises I ever came across was that the best way to figure out how you feel about yourself is to think about how others view you. And so if you think about other people not wanting to be around you, then why would people not want to be around you? It may be because, for a lot of reasons personally, maybe you don't have respect for yourself. You're not bringing anything interesting to the conversation when talking about things. Perhaps you're more emotional than you need to be. It's a combination of these things. So as I said, like, for example, you're getting thoughts saying that, people don't want to be around you. Why do people not want to be around you? That's what you need to start with. Think about how you interact with people. Perhaps you have abandonment issues or insecurity issues. So you latch on to people a bit more than what you need to, and it can become a bit annoying. The next question would be, okay, why do I have these abandonment issues? Perhaps something went on with your childhood to do with your parents or friends, and you got bullied, and you have some level of trauma deep inside that is making you feel the need to latch on to people because you're not comfortable with your own company. For example, you're getting messages saying that you're fat, like a pretty simple one. I had the opposite series of messages come to me saying I was too skinny, which was at the end of the day true. So what do you do about that? You think about it, you meditate it. Okay, if you're overweight, best thing to do is start dieting better, start eating better. Same thing. Start eating better, start exercising, and start taking your body seriously. Stop drinking alcohol, stop taking drugs. Take yourself more seriously and get proper sleep. Engage in physical exercise. Use your body so it begins to form into the kind of body that you want to have. Once you start doing that, these intrusive thoughts will stop entering your mind because you'll have rectified what your higher self is trying to tell you to do. Your higher self wants you to become the best version of yourself that you can, and so it can be quite relentless in sending you these messages of depressive and like anxious thoughts about yourself because it's trying to push you to better yourself. And the longer you block it out, the less you listen to it, the worse it gets. So that's just a quick, easy one for you. If you're having bad thoughts and intrusive thoughts, don't block them out, don't ignore them. Listen to them and figure out what they mean, because it's a message to you from your higher self trying to guide you toward the better version of yourself. Take it easy. Peace.